everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about Attack on Titan, the penultimate episode of the final season. We only got one more episode left after this, and then the series is going to come to an end. And I think we all know at this point that movie's coming. Hope we don't have to wait 3 or 4 years, like wait between season 1 and season 2. But anyways, this episode was pretty damn good. It was a pretty good penultimate episode in my opinion. Sadly, we got the deaths of Magath and Shadis, though there was a lot of things to dissect from that scene. And as well, we got to see Falco's Beast Titan. There was a lot of stuff we got to break down. We got to analyze, we got to digest, and we're going to talk about it right now. Though I want to remind you all that at 1,500 Twitter followers, we will be holding a huge Attack on Titan theme to give away, something you definitely don't want to miss out on. I promise it's going to be massive. So go over to my Twitter and follow me there. We just reached 1,000 followers, so we just need around 500 more. So with that being said, if you enjoy my videos and you want to converse with me or just get my opinions about all sorts of types of anime and other things, then follow me over at SeaTactics on Twitter. So the beginning of this episode, we see lots of really great action, and as well some of the aftermath of what happened with the killings of Samuel and Daz. Though I'm gonna be honest, it is really freaking awesome to see Reiner and Annie fighting together. Oh my god. If you guys ever, from the beginning of the series or whenever point in the series, you wanted to see these two fight together, this was your wet dream. This was absolutely some great stuff. I love everything about these two fighting together. It's so poetic in so many different ways. Sadly though, there's not a lot of great news going on in this episode because Azumabito's mechanics will actually require a full day to actually get these planes up and running, but with the right equipment they can do it in about half a day. And Hanj realizes that them being told this, they were just simply too late. And I honestly understand where Hanji is coming from, though at the same time there's not much you can do with what they have currently right now. Things just take time, and while it's sad that they may just be too late, and no matter what they do, Liberio is going to be lost in all of this, they still tried. They still did as best as they could. And when Hanji says that it may take only just 4 days for them to flatten everything outside of Paradis, then you realize, well, they are absolutely doing the best that they can. And it's just, at this point, it's just logistics that they're trying to get over. It's this massive hurdle that they have. And it would have gone much better if, they didn't have Flock to deal with. So now you have all of these roadblocks in their way, and it's just, I can understand where they're coming from, but it is just a little, it's just sad the way things have turned out. Though, thankfully, Kiyomi knows of a Azumabito hangar in Odaya, so now their plan is to go on that ship to Odaya. And there they will complete their maintenance because they'll have the right tools. Though Odaya is actually in the direct path of the rumbling. So they're going to be putting themselves in a little bit of risk. Though at the same time, what are the chances that putting themselves in the path of the rumbling will actually help them in the long term with, helping to find where Eren Yeager is? We'll see, but it's Kiyomi's great. Can we just say it? We said it for the last 2 weeks. We'll say it for a third. We love Kiyomi here on the SeaTactics, and I will take that bullet. I will waifu Kiyomi. I don't care. I'll do it. So Mikasa forms Annie of the Change, and let me tell you, if you guys are a fan of Mikasa cross Annie, there's a lot of moments in this episode in the after credit scene that has they were absolutely intentional. I will say, we'll talk about that later in the video though. So Flock basically tells them to take out the mechanics as they run for the ship, and then Reiner saves them. Remember guys, Reiner is the shield of Marley, and this is something that immediately he lives up to his name, because not only does he save the mechanics, but he saves Annie. This is something I thought I would never see. Reiner has been absolutely one of the worst comrades for Annie, and if you guys want to see a video where I go in depth on Annie's character and sort of her relationship with Reiner a little bit, you can check out my most recent video here in the cards. And if you guys want something like an Annie Leonhardt video, please leave a comment down below and drop a like on the video. So Flock's plan at this point is to strike the ship because they are able to basically take out Reiner and Annie. They've blown off all their heads and their limbs, so they can't move for the time being. This, of course, is a great callback to season 1 where something similar happens, and as well, the beginning of this part of the season as well. It's a good callback to that. So Falco, realizing that their backs are sort of against the wall, he decides, well, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna transform. Now, you have to realize this is the first time he's transformed, and the rule with all Titans is that the first time you transform, you are pretty much out of control. You are not in control of the Titan itself, you are acting on pure instinct. Also, they find Armin, God bless him, Jesus Christ, he needs a nap. Just like Reiner, he needs an absolute nap. So we finally see it. We finally see Falco's Beast Titan transformation, and it's pretty damn cool. It's very Bird-esque. Better not see any of you weirdos down in the comments say that you're thirsting after Falco's Titan form. I know there are any simpers out there for her Titan form, and Reiner's as well, and Aaron's. A lot of them, actually. Just not this one. I'll allow Annie and Aaron's. No Falco Titan, okay, guys? Can we agree? None of that. I love this stuff with Falco's Titan, though. Falco's Beast Titan, I'm finally so excited to see this, of course, animated, and it is just absolutely some great action. They really lived up to the hype of Falco's transformation, and I like the way that it happens. It happens in a very patented Attack on Titan way, where everything just seems to slow down for a moment, and then it just ramps up the suspense, and as he transforms, it's, oh my god, it is some absolutely just great stuff. Also, talking about some great stuff, Gabby shoots Flock. Yes! Yes! This is one of the best moments of the entire series. Yes! So, Gabby is able to snipe Flock out, quick scope Flock out of the air like an intervention on Rust in Modern Warfare 2. This was, oh my god. I cannot explain the goosebumps I got from these two scenes back to back. Not only do you have Falco transforming into his Beast Titan for the first time, but I just realized I've been calling it the Beast Titan. Let me go back and correct those statements. I meant the Jaw Titan, damn it. Anyways, we get to see Falco's Jaw Titan, but as well back to back, we get to see Gabby shoot Flock out of the air. This was, I'm sorry guys, this is one of my favorite episodes for that reason alone. Of course, I have my own opinions on Flock. I'm not going to repeat them here. You can watch my video on that, but this was some good stuff. I loved it. Though, Flock pins down Peak, and Magath is there to actually, while that's happening, to go cut out Falco. So that's pretty good. I would have been very sad if Falco became also as well the Cart and the Jaw Titan. We love Peak here at the SeaTactics. If Peak dies, we riot, because Peak is the best. She's best girl, easily, no doubts, even though I just said I would waifu Kiyomi. You know what? I'll waifu both of them. I don't care. I'll say it. I'll be the one to say you all were thinking. So Gabby wonders where Magath is. And where is Magath? Well, Magath finally meets with Shadis, who was the one that took out the train track full of all of the reinforcements for the Jaegerists, and they go onto the ship that the Jaegerists are on, and Magath spills and spreads a bunch of gunpowder, and they basically put a gun barrel to it, and they blow the ship up using the gunpowder. This was an amazing scene. There is so much to break down with these two characters. Of course, if you want a video on that, drop a like, leave a comment, all that great stuff. But the gist of this scene is that they both agree to take the ship down, and Shadis and Magath are just not going to leave. They're very noble in this. I love this kind of I'm too old for this shit kind of mentality that they have in this scene. It is really cool. And Shadis is really proud of actually how all of his cadets have grown up. He actually sees Annie Leonhardt, and when seeing Annie, he's proud of her, which is, oh man, that just kind of hits me, right in the feels right there, because while Annie has been trapped in her own crystal and she killed all those people, Shadis is still proud of her, and that is such a nice thing to see. And they basically both talk about how they're going to be heroes for this action, and they're never really going to be forgotten as long as the history exists. And I love this next part because Magath realized the error of his ways, that if he didn't order them to do what all those kids did, then they would be able to live a happy and normal life, and that all of this was not worth it. And Magath puts himself down. He says he's not worthy of something like Shadis is worthy. But Shadis says he's proud of Magath too. And the reason for that is because Magath was able to realize the error of his ways. This is something we've been seeing for the past 3 episodes with Magath. He finally has been able to complete his arc as of the last episode, and this is really just the cherry on the top of him realizing and why specifically he was wrong and how things could have changed. And Shadis is there to just be proud of him and be proud of the fact that he did change. Sure, he did all of those things. Sure, he made a lot of really bad actions. But at the end of the day, it's about personal growth. And Magath made personal growth, and he sacrificed himself nobly along with Shadis to take down that ship. So rest in peace, Magath and Shadis. You guys are the real homies. You guys are the real bros. And then we go to the after credits scene. This was really focused between interaction between Annie and Mikasa, where Annie is told about what has happened to Liberio, and she doesn't want to fight anymore. She doesn't want to have to be prepared to kill any of her comrades again, even Mikasa, even Eren. She's just tired of it. She doesn't want to fight anymore. Hange even brings up that Magath did all of this because he understood that there is a lot of life that was going to be wiped out and annihilated no matter what. But he did it for the sake of saving as many people as he possibly could, even if these are people they don't know. And so Annie asks Mikasa, once again, would you be able to kill Eren? And she doesn't really say much. And I guess we're going to get the answer in the next episode, or the last episode of the series. But this was a great way, in my opinion, to close out this episode, because I think it shows with Annie's character that she is just over all of this. And at the end of the day, all that she wants is for everyone to be at peace and to not have to go through all of this fighting anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, this episode of Attack on Titan was really damn well written. This was in many ways, a bleak-ish episode that had a lot of great action moments, but to me it feels like one of those episodes that's very necessary to get to that point. It's like one of those lull moments before the big climax, right? And that's exactly what this episode felt like. And this was just, there were so many memorable moments in this episode. There was Falco's transformation, there was Gabby shooting Flock, there was this after credits scene which was really good. This episode was absolutely filled with a lot of incredible moments, and I'm glad they were able to adapt this episode so well, and I'm very proud, much like how Shadis is of Magath, of the people at MAPPA who are adapting this season of Attack on Titan, because it seems to me like at this point, they're just adapting banger after banger after banger. I mean, the stuff with the action scenes alone in this episode was phenomenal and really well done. But with that being said, what are your thoughts on the episode? Leave them down in the comment section below. I'd love to hear about them. But if you have any suggestions for future videos you'd like to share, as AOT, this season is coming to a close, but I still want to get your thoughts on what content you want me to produce after this season ends. So share with me down in the comments below. Love to hear them. If you have not already, check out my Flock video. And if that doesn't suit your fancy, check out my playlist of all of my Attack on Titan videos here in the left upper corner. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.